Hello all. In day 9 we are going to learn the commands like layer and its properties, layer status manager, block and edit block. Let's learn these commands in AutoCAD. Layer properties in the AutoCAD is very important because to do any project we have to create the layers. Layers will help to differentiate the particular parts of a whole drawing or a whole project. Just example, we can create the different layer for the wall, door and window and so many other stuffs. We can differentiate and make it colorful so that easily the client can understand our drawing also. Even non-technical person can also understand. Even technical person also easily work with the layers, so that we are going to apply the layers. In order to do the same thing in the AutoCAD, we have to use the layers. To get the layers, go to the layer panel option in the toolbar, click on the layer option. So when you go to the layer properties, as you know, we have two types of layers by default, that is zero layer and then dip point layer. So normally don't use this dip point layer. So you can go with the zero layers, or else it's better to create your own custom layers. For that we have to click on the layer properties option and then we have to create the new layer. For example, just we can draw one single room. For that I want to create the new layer. So click on the new layer option, or else you go with the shortcut, that is Alt plus N. Then we have to create the name, that is wall. For wall you can give the any other color also, but I keep white. You can create the one more layer, you can say door and give the blue color or wooden color or specific any color. Click on the another layer and then say window. I apply blue color for the window. Click on the new layer and then you can say text or naming. To give the naming to the each room, I create one more layer. Create one more layer, that is for to show the dimension. Apply the other color whichever you want. And for furniture also I create the new layer. And you can apply the layers color. So like this way you can change the color for the layers. Even we have the line type. So if I want to highlight the wall boundary, then I go to the line width option and then here we have a by default different thicknesses and you can apply. So this one we can apply for the boundary, plot boundary also. You can say that is your plot boundary and then I go to the line weight option and I applying the thickness. And even I change the color to the ball boundary, that is red color. You can select the other color also. So here we have a transparency. For the construction line I may decrease the transparency. Go with the transparency option and you can make it 50 or 60 depending on the requirement. So once you create the layer, hit on close option. Whatever the layers we created already, the same layers you will get here. So you can see that is your door layer, dimension layer, furniture layer, text layer, wall layer and window layer. Now let's start with the room. Before going to start, I have to set the unit, that is decimal and meter. So if you want to do your plan in feet and inch, then you change the unit into architectural and set the unit as inch. Now I just go with the bedroom. The minimum size of the bedroom is 3 meter by 3 meter, that is nothing but 10 feet by 10 feet. Even here and there it may vary little bit. So I take a rectangle command, or else you go with the polyline command, or else you go with the line command. Personally I suggest line or rectangle. Then before going to draw the room or wall, I have to switch my layer into the wall layer and then draw. Click the first corner, already you know how to operate the rectangle. Now the room size is 10 feet, 10 feet. I have to type 10. Don't say enter, because in this case we have to give the feet symbol, that is feet, 10 feet, enter. So once you done this, I have to give the wall thickness. As you already know, the wall thickness is 9 inch, 6 inch, 4 inch. For the main wall we can prefer 9 inch or 6 inch. For that I am going to apply the offset command. You can go with the shortcut, that is O, enter, and then 9, enter. I'm not going to use any symbol because I set a unit as inch. That's why select the object and move the cursor outside and give the offset like this. Come out from the command by pressing escape. So like this way you can draw the wall portion for your drawing. Now if I want to trim or if I want to delete any single element, so I can't because it is a compound object. For that I have to use the explode. Explode will break the compound object into component. So I go with the shortcut, that is X, enter. Select the object and enter. So I have to give the door. So before going to place the door, I have to give the opening for the door. So before placing the door, you have to give some offset, that may be 2 inch or 3 inch. It depends on the type of the door. I use offset command, that is about 2 to 3 inch, and then select this line and give the offset. Press escape. Now I have to give the width of the door. So you people should know the standard values of the doors like 3 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet. Depend on the room span. So this is the bedroom. We can go with a 3 feet or 3 feet 4 inch or 6 inch. Go with the offset command and then 3 feet symbol and then enter. Select this line and give the offset and press escape. Now I want to trim the both lines. I can't trim because these lines are ended in the here itself. I have to extend this. For that I am going to use the extend command, that is EX double enter. Extend this and come out. I want to trim, for that I use TR double enter and trim this and keep it here. Now I have to create the door symbol. So you can create the door symbol or else you can go with the ready-made blocks, which we learn in the next video. So I have to take a line. Before going to draw the door symbol, you can switch your layer into door layer. You can go with the line command and then draw the 3 feet line and then 3 feet line like this. Always you have to open the door towards the wall side. Now I have to create the door symbol. For that I use the arc or circle. I suggest you to go with the arc. So here we know already the center, start and end. Go with the arc method, that is your center, start, end, or else start, center, end. So I am clicking on the start, center and end. Or else I am deleting it. Go with the circle command, that is C, enter. Click the center point and then give the radius, that is 3 feet, enter. I have to delete the unwanted portion. For that I am going to use the trim command. Trim this, zoom it and trim this. So I have to show the thickness of the door also. It is also depends on the material. So we have to give 2 inch or 3 inch as the door panel thickness. Give the thickness. Like this way you can create the door, or else if you want to delete this, you can delete it and you have to join this line. Even you can show the hinges also. Now I have to create the window. Before going to create the window, you switch your layer into window layer. So like this way guys, you have to create the layers. Now I have 2 layers, that is wall layer and then window layer. So let's learn the properties of the layers. Go to the layer option. Here we have a bulb option that you can on it and off it. If I want to hide the wall layer, then you go to the wall layer and then click it off. If I want to hide the door, then you can click on the off option. Or else you can at a time also on it by using the turn all layers on option like this. If I want to individually off it and on it, then you go to the particular layer and then apply, or else you separate command, that is your off and on command. Take a off command, off it and off it. If I want to show it again, then I can say that is turn all the layers on. Next option is isolate and then unisolate. It doesn't mean just draw the other parts by using the other layers. like this. So if I want to on only the wall layers and off the other three layers, rather than taking off and make it off, I just take the isolate command, just click on the wanted layer and then enter. So like this way also you can keep only one wanted layer as a current layer. So once you done your work in that particular layer, then you can go and then say unisolate. So the next one we have is freeze. Before that, just confirm the current layer as your window layer. So accept the window layer, you can off the other three layers. Let's check this freeze option. Freeze this and this, but we can't freeze the current layer. That is the difference between the off and on. So by using the off and on, you can apply for all the layers, but you come to the freeze, we can't freeze the current layer. So again I say unisolate or unfreeze. The next one we have is lock option. In order to keep your drawing safe, then you can just take the lock option and lock it so that I can't erase it, move it, and then I can't copy it. So like this way you can keep your drawing in the safe mode. So once you want to edit, then you can say unlock. Next one is make current, but if I want to continue with the wall layer, then you can take the particular command and then you can draw. But now I am getting the window layer. For that I have to say make current option and click on the wanted layer, which one you want to make as a current. So if you want to apply the match layer, then you just take and then select this one and enter, select an object on the destination layer, this one. So like this way you can match the layer just like a match property. Let's learn the layer status manager. It's nothing but whenever you want to create the other project, no need to create the same layers every time. So even you can export these layers and re-import to the new drawing. So let's learn that. So you can go to the layer status manager option and then you have to give the name, that is project layers. Okay, so I have to export these layers. Make sure in which location you are exporting, and then even you can create your own folder and then save it. And this file type is .las and then save it and close. So if I am going with the new page, just clicking on the file tab option. Now when you go to the layer option, we have a by default layer, that is 0 layer. So rather than creating again, I go to the layer properties and then layer status manager. So I have to import the layers what I exported earlier. Click on the import option, go to the particular location where you have saved and then you click on the file location. But if you don't find, make sure your file format is .las. Go to the file type option and then click on the .las option. And then make sure in the same location where you have saved and then open it. So it is asking you that do you want to restore the layer status? Yes. So that no need to create again layers. You can use the older layers for your current or new project. Next command is block. Block is used to create the repeated content such as drawing symbols, common components and standard details. So let's learn the block now. So as you know, I created a door symbol here. So rather than creating again and again, so we can create this as a one symbol. You can reuse this for your future projects also. For that, we have to go to the block option in the block panel option and then even you can go with the shortcut, that is B, enter. We have to create this as our own door symbol. Then click on the create option and then you have to give the name, that is door. After giving the name, you have to select the particular object. Click on the select object. Click on this arc and these two lines, the part of the door, and then enter. So you can get the same symbol what I selected here in the door option and then click on OK. So once you click, even by using the single click, you can manage this symbol. Like this way, whatever the symbols, you are going to use it for your project repeatedly. So you have to follow the same thing. So once you create the block, if you want to edit, then you can double click to edit it. Make sure you are selecting the same block and then say OK. So it will open in the new dialog. Then whatever the editing portion you want to add, if you want to delete the thickness or if you want to change the color of that, then you can go to the home symbol and then you can switch it into the other layers. Even you can change the geometry of the door. So once you done the changes, so if you want to apply, then you can close the block editor. So it is asking you to save the changes to the door or discard. So depending on the requirement, you can click on the options. Like this way you can edit. So even by using the block option, just below the create option, you have a edit option. Go to the edit option and make sure you are selecting the same block which one you want to edit. So once you create the block, if you want to insert it then you go to the insert option and here we have a door symbol. Just drag it and place it and then you can reuse this. So it may insert in the any other location. Zoom in or zoom out, then select that door command and then take the move command and then you can move near to your working area and then you can reuse this. So once you create the block, if you want to save that particular block in a separate DWG file, then we are going to use the other command, that is write a block. For the write block, we have the shortcut that is W enter. So now it is asking you to select the object. Click on the select object and select the wanted block and say enter. Now we have to select the path. Go to the path location. Make sure you have to create your own folder and then save it. I have to give the name, that is door symbol, and always while saving be sure that you are saving it in a lower version and click on save. So also confirm the unit, in which unit you drawn that, and OK. So in the next one I just go to the new page and then if I draw the any room and if I want to reuse that block again, then you go to the new application toolbar and click on the open option. Go to the particular location where you have saved your drawing and then select the particular drawing file which one you saved it and then click on open option. Once you reload the door symbol and if you want to use this symbol for your other drawing, then you have to use Ctrl C option to copy it and go to the particular location where you want and then Ctrl V to paste it. In the next video we learn the other commands. Thank you.